So last time on this fortress, right when we left off, there was a bunch of undead coyotes in the front foyer. So, I mean, it's fine for everybody but like Lyagushka and Paijiming and Kogan and Stukos, um, and Id. Speaking of that, over here we're also, I just set somebody on fire. Um, it was their fault; they were in the way. Uh, we're also uh, turning stuff into obsidian, which is a good time. Um, and just dumping lava into places and things. So, or getting ready to dump lava into places and things. So, we need to dump water on it again, though, soon. Once we're done with the lava flowing into here. Now you can see why I took some time off. I know I took time off for a bunch of doctor's appointments, but if you missed that story, that's fine. Anyway, I guess we should. Okay, well I've already stationed the military up here, so Umbra, you need to figure out who I'm giving a dwarf to, and I will catch up on that in a second. I'm just gonna unpause this and see who dies, because well, something that did the dwarf just lose the hand, or did the Okay, this dwarf just lost a hand. This child is 4 years old and they just lost a hand. Gotta run, see you in 2 weeks. Cheers, dude. Travel safe. I'll, I don't know, randomly at you on Twitter or something. But hopefully my wolves can do something. Okay, somebody else died. There goes Inga's. Another child has been found dead. The military are now up, and it appears that Axe Casual over here is taking on one of the first giant undead coyotes. Neeks is getting a dwarf. Okay. I will double check and make sure they don't have a dwarf first. There appears to be at least 2 more outside, which are now getting cut into a billion little itty bitty pieces. The real problem is going to be when my wolves start coming back to life. They didn't. Yeah, I don't know. 404 not found. I mean, username checks out for dead though. All right, so we're gonna read the names of the dwarves that are living because I don't know yet. Boozehammer, a devilish potato, Akre, Arboru, Arkneen, Ayanami Rip, Baby Blueford, Bane, me, Crinkled Paper, Deadly Awen, Diamond Destruct, Dr. Linden, Drevis, Elfie Bean, Fallout Rain, FG Squared, Frank the Witch, Freehold Boreas, Geek2Games Gimli, Goth Brooks, Jazz, Jaden aka Tyler 1, Jamma Bama, Jelly Belly, Jerry Gord, Joe True, Lumi Blade, Lyagushka, Manhorse Sauce, Neff, Nono Lidino, Earless Zwari, Nutty, Ordith, Packsmack, Pigfinite, Porcelet, Puny Ben, Pijaming, Ryo Shinkat, don't mind the war sounds, Rave Rumble, Rock Jitsu, Rolf, Raiklu, Sentient Potato, Salty Tempest, Sniper, Sonic got nuked, woohoo, apparently, Tellin Arthu, That Simple, Tropic Communist, Vervolts, and Wicked Up. Now, if you didn't hear your name yet, don't panic because it's a chance that you're in the military and I haven't read your name yet. Hold on. As for the military, we have Dryston, Kaylee B, Insulina Sama, Goth Brooks, obviously, Gimli, Ninja, McJerby, Zen, Streamlabs, Commander Honk, Calmisto, thank you very much for the Prime for the 2nd month. Welcome back. Aegis, Gaius, Big Sparn, Brokely, Polly, and I think that's everybody. All right, so Neeks is not in fact alive. So what kind of dwarf is Neeks getting, chat? Well, because it was gifted, unfortunately, Nix, chat has to pick. You can have preference of beard if I have the option, though. So, chat, what kind of dwarf is Nix getting? A dead dwarf? That's mean. I wonder, is the... Broker is not available. Could go manager. It's Goth, not like Garth, but sure. I mean, every dwarf is a soon-to-be dead dwarf. Manage Neeks is never acts without prolonged deliberation, even to his own detriment and harm of those around him. He forms strong and emotional bonds with others, at times to his detriment, and actively avoids exciting or stressful situations. He is not readily moved by art or natural beauty, and he is extremely confident in himself, requiring his skills. Also, I'm not even following him. He is not readily moved by art or natural beauty. He is extremely confident in himself, requiring situations requiring his skills. He accepts favors without developing a sense of obligation, preferring to act as the current situation demands. He lives a slow-glowing and leisurely pace and is curious, sometimes to his detriment. He is somewhat uncomfortable around those who appear unusual or live differently from himself, and he is slow to trust others. And he rarely develops positive feelings, and he doesn't try to get things done perfectly. When he's greeting others, he always smiles nervously. Needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors and only grumbles mildly at cruddy weather. And where did you go? Backed out of the menu when I wasn't intending to, but I'm still following you. He never acts... There you are. Personally views tranquility as one of the highest ideals and sees power over others as something to strive for, sees competition as something reasonably important, and finds pursuit of knowledge to be a waste of effort. Values family and values peace over war and doesn't really care about art one way or another. Dreams of mastering a skill in this dream was realized. He likes putting stone, brass, faint yellow diamond, hazelwood, and backpacks and figurines and goats for their eating habits and hedgehogs for their serenity, and the sound of the lacy phrases and the sight of the musical blossom, and when possible prefers to consume steelhead trout and sewer brew, and absolutely hates hamsters for some reason. Don't you like goats for their eating habits? I personally love the one video of that goat who just sits there and chugs entire bottles of Coca-Cola in one gulp. Literally just like bites the bottle of Coke, spins the cap off with its teeth, and then holds it up and goes, and then just drops it and picks up the next one. There's just something phenomenal about that. All right. So this is about as far as the lava go, because I pretty low-key screwed this up a bunch. But that's fine. We're going to dump lava on top of this thing now, after I, finish draining this out. I'm trying to figure out why I was draining this out. I know I was draining this out for some actual logical reason, but I, for the life of me, couldn't tell you what it was. Tennessee fainting goat videos? No, but I know what you're talking about. Well, I'm sure I will figure out why I had this removed at some point in the near future. So I'll get this sealed back up. I think maybe... Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I know what I was doing. I know what I was doing. I was going to deconstruct this here and this here. We're going to wait for the dwarves to go back to constructing stuff. But I will still fill this in. What's up, Flykick? Your uncle raised fainting goats, hours of fun as a kid, just running out in the fields, what, and just watching them flop? They are the original actors of the Everybody Do the Flop. So, chat, I got a very important question for you. Did I tell you guys that Putnam found the source of the so-called relatively legendary general strike bug? Did I mention that to you guys? Okay, I can't remember what's happened during the weekend since I was gone now. So, long story short, and I kid you not, this was replicatable in every single save that was submitted. This was set to everybody does this. Setting it to only selected or nobody does this fixed it. You want to know what causes it? Apparently planting is the only skill in the game that has no cooldown timer. So what that means... what that means is if you run out of a certain seed type, everything in your entire fortress grinds to a halt. Because they are incapable of queuing up a new job. The only job they are capable of queuing up is planting. Kubak Kuban. Which, you know, obviously ceases to be an issue the second everybody just starts to actually pay attention to how the management system works and, like, give everybody specialized labors, which they do pretty quickly. But there's still a major issue there that needs to be solved. Yeah, so essentially, yeah, the dwarves have such bad ADHD that they just sit there and hyperfocus and, like, forget how to do everything else. But yeah, if you just were super careful about all of your labors from the get-go, you would never encounter that bug. Yeah, so that's what that is. So there's still a bug there. As for why, like, deleting zones fixed it, essentially the way she worded it is that, simply put, deleting zones is one of the few things that can actually, like, reset all labors without you, like, manually doing it. So it gave the impression of fixing it briefly, but didn't actually fix it. So... the whole delete your hospitals bullshit that we were all saying at that point was actually like a legit problem. But it also makes sense as to why it's been showing up less frequently since the initial, you know, discovery of said bug, because everybody's just like figured out how to play the game now. Okay, so that's another one in a cage. Just need to get my military into there. Where are they at? Come on, guys. We just need to... it was literally just a coyote head. Good job there. Cold-blooded. Just trying to get this minecart filled. And dumped underground. I may actually just do this all manually. Doesn't actually matter that much. Minus the minecart. Please don't actually throw out the minecart. Yes. Fly kick. Because if they then run out of that seed type, because for some reason planting is the one like assignable skill in the game that doesn't have a cooldown. So when they run out of that seed type, they lose their minds and aren't able to do anything else and just stand there stationary, starving to death. Without the ability to like stop and go do something else. Because it's one of the highest priority jobs by default in the behind the scenes hidden priorities of the game. Had a nice trip. God, I wish. I didn't go anywhere. Camping trip was canceled, and I ended up just doing medical shit all weekend, and thought I was going to die for like 3 days. So I had an impromptu staycation by forced medical requirements, not by my own choice. Speaking of own choice, why aren't the dwarves constructing stuff out here? Do I have something locked? Nope. Okay, like, genuine question. Why aren't they doing the construction stuff? I mean... Okay, this is... Oh, okay. Apparently that's, like, just outside of the burrow. That explains. That explains, and then that's just low priority. Which also explains why that got done and that didn't. Okay, is this all inside the burrow? Let's increase the priority on you up to 2. That should get her done, I'd assume. I'm sorry, what was that? Mayor really wants ballista arrows. Okay, boss. Yeah, it's in the burrow. They were just one outside of the burrow. Not adamantine, just copper. I didn't click adamantine. Copper. Yeah, there we go. What are you talking about? Trying to trick me into thinking I did the thing I definitely didn't do. Okay, well then why isn't that one getting done then? I mean, that one's definitely inside of reachable zones. Well, I need to get them out of that eventually anyway. Apparently I have like elves and shit in traps. Well, I mean, there's that one Steam review of Dwarf Fortress that says it's like trying to control an army of drunk toddlers. And, you know, I don't necessarily disagree with that. That is kind of just what playing Dwarf Fortress is like. Apparently some of these are just suspended. Normal ass suspended. Far too many garbage dump jobs going on right now, too. Sup, Fallout Rain? Your dwarf is still alive. It was not relaxing. It also wasn't really a break. Camping trip was canceled. If you missed the explainer of what happened, I don't even want to go back into it. Long story short, I was doing medical shit all week. And no, it wasn't fun. I wish it was fun, but it wasn't. So it really wasn't a break. It also wasn't something I wanted to do past like the first day, but is what it is. It was shit that needed to be done. That's the nicest way I can put it. Without just being a nightmare nihilist. Sure. That's all I can say, Goth. Unless like you go back, I would recommend if you actually want to know what happened, go rewatch the first like 20 minutes of the VOD. All right, albatrosses are fighting. Oh, that's good. Fortunately, they're just albatrosses. They're not giant albatrosses. I mean, I started 2.5 hours early, 2 hours and 45 minutes early. So you didn't come in late. I was just early. That's what, 2? The Toasted over here is taken out now. Dishmab, the weaponsmith, has been taken by a Feymood. Ooh. A stray giant crab has forgotten her training. Oh no. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Dwarf with a pickaxe came in and hacked its guts out. Seems to have gone pretty well. I mean, the miner definitely got a good hit in on that agitated albatross in the neck, in fact, which tore apart the muscles. Struck it again in the neck, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Looks like the ocean melting is the jam now? Wait, what? What do you mean? By the jam. Unless you mean the jam is in, like, the best, in which I guess, I suppose. Just waiting for the dwarves to get out here and get all this stuff done. Oh, it is working, yes. I mean, I put up a YouTube video about it. That was one productive thing I did on my days not streaming, which I won't call days off because they weren't days off. That's not totally true. Tuesday, well, no. Wednesday was a day off, and Thursday was a day off. But after that, they stopped being days off pretty quick. Basically, like, Wednesday afternoon and Thursday were days off, and then after that, it stopped being days off. Oh boy, I don't even know how much of that I need to read. Hold on. What was the last day that I streamed on? Today's the 8th.
Welcome back, Blind.
Good to be back, Roger. No, not that bad. Dwarven beards into battle of which nobody survives. Lava is sentient, molten kilonite. Socks taste footy. Paddle wheels produce smoke. Hunting crabs with freakishly long eyelashes make Kerbals fearful. Trading with the humans is a crime in Oz. Osmathus needs watering, grow up, and punctuate doing strange things. To scrub off fun food, bologna sauce, beloved by slugs, is also the favorite laxative of... I'm not going to say my own name in this. I refuse. Cause closed in other words, prevarication, I don't even, is not the way to maintain variety. Tomorrow is not Friday, right? Unfortunately, racing dogs outpace weekdays. Lower your expected rewards or get out of if anyone mutates HR, they will be very afraid. Clouds disrupt flowers from flying red airplanes over the one who watches Twitch. Verily, people jump towards open skies with nothing but yellow underwear in their butt crack. Is bothersome for... For what? I don't know. Hi, I ate your lobsters. You discovered your Twitch after watching your tutorial videos. They were super helpful. I'm sorry you had to hear that. But thanks for tuning into the stream. Ghost has been put to rest. And Dwarf has claimed a magma forge. What have they claimed up until this point? Rose gold bars? And bone? Off to a good start, it seems. Nope, there you are. Ishmab. Aspect of the Fae. Vengeful when joining into an existing conflict. Stuff is still fighting.
ASDF.
I agree. Hansel Lionheart. I was talking about the random shit that I have to word every now and again thanks to chat. An early start? More like you're late, sir. You're on the clock. You're supposed to be modding my chat. Unquestioningly, unwaveringly, loyally, every time that I'm live, without question. Where are you, you unpaid intern? God damn it. Actually, I think that's being credible. I'm fired. I mean, more importantly, where's your sub badge? Chat, help the mods out, please. If anyone mutates HR, they would be very afraid. Makes a lot of sense to you. Yeah. So for anybody who's confused about what I just did, join my Discord. And in there's a room called Add a Word Stories where you just add one word at a time, and it turns into those ballistic nightmares. There we go. Mayor is satisfied with their copper ballista arrows. Thought maybe I'd be on an hour early. So since a bunch of people have tuned in the last hour or so, I'll give you guys the short version of what I went through. After Marathon stream ended on Wednesday, I took the rest of the evening off and went and saw Cocaine Bear. It was great. It's a Were-antelope. Then Thursday, I went and had a doctor's appointment, and by this point, camping trip was canceled due to weather. And he told me that some tests were bad and I needed an infusion. I don't want to get into that. Did some medical stuff, got some prescriptions. That was all fine. Went home, fine and dandy. Had a normal evening. Took the second evening off. Friday, I went to a second doctor's appointment. That was all fine and dandy. Basically took Friday off, and I was like, I'll start working again on Saturday. Edited a video Friday, I think. I think that was the day that I made the ideas video that I made. Anyway, then Saturday, did some stuff with my dad in the morning, then went and got the infusion, and they told me that side effects would probably be low to mild fatigue for 12 to 48 hours. Okay. Got home at about 4 p.m. and fell asleep almost immediately. Didn't properly get out of bed until midday Monday. So I basically slept all from Saturday at like 5 p.m. until like Sunday at around noon. I got up at around 6 in the morning and took my meds and ate something, I think, and fell asleep again. Woke up at around noon, got up for a tiny bit, went back to bed because I was still just massively fatigued. I was supposed to stream Sunday, but you guys can go look in the Discord and see me going, yeah, no, that's not happening on the Sunday. And then eventually fell asleep and slept through most of the day again. And then woke up at around 10 p.m., was awake for about 40 minutes, ate something, took my meds, and then went back to bed. And then woke up at like midday Monday. So anyway, this is the Were-antelope Erdim rigothodil has come, a large antelope twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh, and its eyes glow golden yellow. Its cinnamon hair is very curly, and you will know why you fear the night. This is literally the worst time that this could happen. Let's see where it is. Let's pause the game. Well, that's brutal. I'm going to cancel this. And we are going to watch this very carefully. Akre is right here. Let's hope that it just fights with my wolves. The dwarven child scratches the were-antelope in the upper arm, tearing the fat. I'm going to give these kids ranks. Sniper. And, okay, well, they're both named. So I can see who's getting bit if people start getting bit. Let's move the game a few turns forward. The were-antelope, Sniper kicked it. It kicked Sniper. It missed a few more times. Stray Wolf attacked it, but it jumped away. No, only like elves, humans, things that are curseable. Wild animals and pets are not curseable. It's posted outside so they can see really far in every single fort. And you've made a dog spotter for this exact reason? Yeah, this fort isn't something where I'm generally, like, expecting my dwarves to be outside for any reason, so... This is just really bad timing. Because I happen to be doing a lot of above-ground construction right now. Well, okay, well, I guess this is good. The stray wolf bites the were-antelope in the tail, tearing the fat and the muscle. The were-antelope throws the stray wolf by the nose. So just like suplexed him? Kind of like just threw him? Yeah, about that. I've played Dwarf Fortress for probably 10,000 hours. Dilfo, Messors. I've seen one. I almost said never. I've seen one werewolf. We're also about to get hit by an ad in 48 seconds, so let me do some more of this combat log. Let's move time up a little bit. Let's see. So he threw the wolf. Another wolf attacked it. A sniper missed it. Antelope missed sniper. The sniper attacked the were-antelope, but it jumped away. Okay. You also have to be careful because it could become a were-creature zombie. Miss sniper. Sniper punches the were-antelope in the left lower leg. The Hammerlord punches the were-antelope with his right arm. Were-antelope miss. Hammerlord bashes it in the head with his silver warhammer, bruising the muscle. Force twists the neck, bruising the fat. Yes, Goth. I would actually say that these wolves are probably saving us here. Let's see. It missed. Oh, grabs the stray. The Hammerlord bashes it. The were-antelope then grabs the stray wolf by the teeth with its upper arm. Stray wolf bites it. I wonder why. In the upper leg, tearing the fat. The were-antelope throws the wolf by the teeth with its upper arm. The were-antelope then punches a stray wolf in the body with its left hand, bruising the muscle. The stray wolf looks sick. I would too. And then the were-antelope bites Sniper in the body. Sniper, I got bad news for you there, bud. You've been bit, bud. I'm so sorry, Sniper. You've been bit by a were-antelope. You get to antelope around. Anyway, he bites you, bruising the left lung through your pigtail cloak. It may have arrived. You may also live on. It's hard to say at this point. Meanwhile, it's still getting bit by the wolves. Sniper's having trouble breathing. The Hammerlord bashes the Were-antelope in the upper body with her silver warhammer, bruising the muscle and bruising the right true ribs. Well, I'm not gonna kill you, Sniper, so if you survive, I will do my best to lock you in the walls. For I am a merciful dwarf. Creature is moving away. Let's see how this is going. That was the bit. The Hammerlord bashes it. Hammerlord bashes it again, and it's just missing. Man-horse is punching the Were-antelope in the tail with his right hand, bruising the muscle. Punches the Were-antelope in the right hand, bruising the fat. And the stray wolf misses. The bit misses. Sniper misses. Hammerlord bashes it in the lower body, bruising the muscle. It appears that Solom is also running in. Man-horse, I think, has been bit. Yep. Man-horse has been bit in the foot. So we have 2 kids. This is the Crab Fortress, yes. So 2 were-kids. Although Man-horse is a fitting name for a dwarf who's been bit. It appears that Man-horse Sauce has died in the fighting. It's probably for the best. I'm seeing a lot of misses.
Bring out your dead!
Also seems like Man-horse was killed by getting grabbed and shook around after being bit. So bites him. Latches on firmly and then proceeded to shake him around by the lower left leg until dead. Good news is I don't think he's bit anybody else. The Hammerdorf is still alive. No, Hammerdorf is fine. No, the child died. Hammerdorf is Acre, and Acre is totally fine. The problem is there's more children running in here. You're fine. Sniper's been bit, though. I wanted Sniper to die, but... Oh, no, this is a problem. I'm going to have to scroll up the bottom of this. All right, well, it's dead and it's mutilated, so it ain't coming back. But let's see. Did it bite anybody else? Miss. I'm looking for places where he hits. So if he bit anybody else... Looks like it was making out with a cougar. That's good. That's good for us. See, it breaks the grip on the stray cougar's teeth. Yeah, it bit a cougar. So that's good. Because I do just have random cougars here. Miss. Miss. Oh, apparently, Sniper bit it. So, that's good. Bite D's nuts, I suppose. Oh, man. Okay, so it appears to be fighting with the other child here. This guy Stukos, but just like grabbed them. I don't actually think he bit it, although I think Stukos here bit him. It was either Stukos or Solon. One of the kids bit him. So did Sniper. No, it doesn't work both ways. And no, cougars cannot become were-cougars. Only dwarves, humans, and elves can become lycanthropes. If you want to use that word. Man-horse sauce was found dead there. So I think we're in the clear here. Oh, sorry. Also goblins. Yeah. Only sentient creatures can be were creatures. So humans, I spaced on goblins when I was listing off the sentient races, but I don't think kobolds can, although I've never seen it, so maybe kobolds can. Like again, I've never seen it, but maybe. Probably. I also don't know about Gorlax. I've never seen it, but probably. Just because I've never seen it doesn't mean it's not possible. I mean, I know animal people can have it, so probably. All right, so Sniper's a were creature. I'm gonna watch where Sniper goes. But no, my wolves are safe from lycanthropy. I beg your fucking pardon? I thought it came back for a second there. But no, it didn't. Meanwhile, that dwarf's still making an artifact. Where did Sniper go? Also, if I seem a little loopy, you're gonna have to give me some credit here. I'm a little rusty. Well, I don't think a kobold would deface a temple, but I could certainly see a kobold getting bit and getting infected, but I would also say that would be quite unlikely. Yes, Praetor Andicus. That's truly terrifying when you have zombies that are also were creatures. That's when you've hit truly terrifying levels of threat. Although this child may actually just get up and leave. Yeah, I think I can count on one hand the number of friendly Gorlax I've actually had in my civs before. Or, like, in my forts before, so... just by that metric, like... I could tell you why no one would see it, or why I haven't seen it. You want to try and curse a plump helmet now? What did the plump helmet man do to you? The fuck, dude? Why would you want to curse a plump helmet man? He did nothing wrong. He was just hanging out. Just being a mushroom. I mean, I would say the same thing about Gorlax. It's like, why would you want to infect a Gorlak? Gorlak did nothing wrong. Gorlak just hanging out. Gorlak being an empathetic nice guy, and you're just being a dick. Speaking of being a dick, this child got up and is gonna go eat. I have to lock them in a room before they become a were creature, which they're about to fucking do. Hold on a second. I need to evacuate the whole fort. We have, like, no time. Party time. Boy, oh boy. Party time indeed. Timing.
Now we're having fun.
Allegedly. Allow the fun to commence. Please get out of this tavern, child. So I can lock you somewhere. Don't even care where. Actually, never mind. I misjudged the time of month that we're in. We're okay. But it's still sketchy as fuck. How about we wear Untamed? Yeah? How about you just walk into one of my very convenient prison cells there, kiddo? That would be fantastic if you could do that. Absolute complete Dwarf Fortress. Here's, is it possible to have friendly were creatures? No. No, they destroy everything and kill each other. The way were creatures work, they're basically designed as like a boogeyman that you have to kill. Theoretically, you could like isolate them on their own away from everybody else, but they are designed in such a way that you want them out of your fort and you don't want them. You can sort of manage vampires and you can absolutely manage necromancers, but once a month, were creatures go completely insane, destroy all buildings, kill each other, and kill anything that lives or moves. I'm sorry, Diamond. Okay? I'm sorry. What can I do for you? How you been there, bud? How's things, mate? You miss me? I missed you. I'm sorry for not starting the stream up on Sunday. But you know what? I'm also getting tired of explaining why I didn't, so... Go back in the VOD to the beginning where I explained it if you care. Terrible. You have to watch the VOD. I know, right? I've got a were creature running around in my fort. Who got first? Fuck if I know. Wasn't paying attention. Salty Tempest. Although, you know what's more important than me getting first? Y'all are tall now. I'm running my third monitor in portrait mode. How does it feel up there? You're tall now. Happy Pi Day. For those of you who celebrate. Oh, you got first, Salty. Diamond asked who got first. Yep. Well, you're going higher up as the beers go, Blood Odin. Keep typing to stay at the bottom, otherwise you'll end up at the top. Oh, it's doing the thing again where the loading screen takes 20 minutes. Might as well run ads. Weather's pretty good up here. Hell yeah. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. I see more combat there. Really hope it's not zombies. This is with compression off. Turning off save compression was one of the first things I did. Chat, Aquafunkalistic Booty Wap wishes for a grand round of beers to celebrate the tallness of chat. Do better. Oh, it's a wolf corpse. Yeah, that's fine. Yes! Got him! Ha 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 ha! That's all. Oh shit, it's your own bedroom too. Prefect. Checkmate, kiddo. I trapped you in a bedroom. I'm a bad person. Hi, Orange. What's up? Zwari's mandated construction of certain goods. Really now? You want more ballista arrows? Fine. Assemble cop. Apparently we have no leather. Or they're just not making them. One of the two. All right. Let's unsuspend this again and see if I can get these stupid jobs done and lock the door again, because the surface is scary and I don't like it. That's total, cumulative, not all at once. Diamond. Someone put out the beer signal. It's a pretty international signal. Yes, I agree here. How goes driving? Gotta wait for paperwork. You'd think you wouldn't that paperwork wouldn't wait that much, you know? Like I would think the paperwork would be quite light, in fact. All right, so this dwarf is working furiously. This is a weaponsmith at a forge. They've got spore tree logs, walnut wood logs, obsidian blocks, tower cat logs, giant coyote corpse bone, whatever Bakad Rustath's mangled bone is, and rose gold. And he bets on what they make. I'm hoping for a menacing spike. Whatever it is, I hope it's cool. Paperwork in some cases, anything but light. Shh, I was making a joke, but yes. Was that Were-creature? No, I don't think that was Were-creature. No, that wasn't Were-creature. It's probably just some random named undead thingy. Nice rose gold mace. That would be pretty rad, actually. Rose gold hammer would also be pretty great. Nope. Short sword. But pretty cool all the same. Victory and Solace. Hello, hey, hi. Nothing. Where are you at, Orange? Man, it could have been sweet, but honestly, that's still pretty badass, though. Right. Are you... Oh, you're still in North Dakota? Last time I checked in, like a week ago, you were in North Dakota. Dishmab, Gakizulban, the weaponsmith, has created Kyre to Kill. That's a pretty good name, though. Where's Kyre Asylum? I'm sorry. In North Dakota, eh? Anyway, it claims it as a personal treasure. Well, it's pretty valuable. This is a rose gold short sword. Our craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with walnut wood and encircled with bands of cushion obsidian cabochons and menaces. And this object is adorned with hanging rings of giant snowy owl bone and spore tree. And this on the item is an image of rectangular cabochons in rose gold. On the item is an image. On the item, this object is adorned with hanging rings of snowy owl bone. Okay, so it's named Snowy Owl is what it was. And spore tree, and menaces with spikes of tower cap. On the item is an image of rectangular cabochons in rose gold. On the item is an image of a siltstone crown in giant coyote bone. On the item is an image of frilly obscure the chill sacrificing a shale figurine of Zasset golden healers in obsidian. All pretty badass, if you ask me. What do you have again? So I know nothing about tractors. What's wrong with John Deere? I know them as the tractors that have the ads on TV that I see. Do you just have personal vendetta against John Deere tractors, or are they actually bad? Any tractor owners in chat want to weigh in? Anti-right to repair. Isn't that like everything in the modern society, though? Like, literally everything? Like, everything has DRM. My freaking coffee mug probably has DRM on it. But that sucks. I mean, oh wait, actually, is John Deere the company that I was reading about a couple of years ago? About farmers having to jailbreak their tractors? I'm assuming it is now. I'm actually just going to turn all my burrows off. I just want to get this shit done. Yes. Okay. Got mugged by a vile force of mugness about a week ago? Hell yeah, dude. Everything has planned obsolescence. There's a crab lady in this cage. An agitated crab lady. Not just any crab lady. An agitated crab lady. Which means I can't actually, like, keep her as friend, unfortunately. There's a second one. I've got two. Should I put them with the actual crabs? Crab Karen. It has to be Karen with a C, come on. And then they can be the CCC, the Krabby Karen Committee. Come on.
Love Peak R.
Love Peak R indeed. How's things, Citrix? I don't know. I've never watched a single episode of SpongeBob. So, you tell me. I'm actually not joking. I've never seen a full episode of SpongeBob. I've seen half of the SpongeBob movie. Assuming this is going to be mostly obsidian, actually, but... Let's just select material and make my life a lot easier. Okay, well, I remember seeing SpongeBob the movie. Oh, I'm sure it is. Plenty of things are, though. You know what also is? Cocaine Bear. Very good movie. Recommend seeing. I thought about releasing a water bottle. Sure. The problem is all of the water bottles that they have on that website are minimum order, from what I can tell, and end up being weirdly expensive for what they are. So, not really. I mean, like, if I go look, Cocaine Bear is actually a good movie. Yes, if you like that kind of thing. I like that kind of thing. At a glance, let's see, there's a stainless steel tumbler, which is a minimum, has no minimum, but starts at $20, which is kind of expensive. Stainless steel water bottle at also $20, which is also kind of expensive. Basically, meaning it would probably land at like a $30 water bottle, and that seems egregious. There's like a plastic one like this, which I could do, which would look like that. I guess I could do something like that, but I hadn't really thought of it. I could make a Vile Force of bottle. But, no, I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest with you. I could put a logo on an Nalgene water bottle, but that's minimum order of 150. Oh, yeah, no, even that water bottle is minimum order of 300, so, like, I'd need to sell 300 of them. Yeah, all of the water bottles are minimum order of either 150 or 300. So basically, I'd need to take pre-orders. You know, I should just make a sticker of the mug, is what I should do, Keyfry. The real incident of the bear just died. Like, nobody died and the bear just died. Actually, I think it was like one dude got killed by it, but the bear just died. Just making sure I don't have more were creatures. Be careful. After he jumped out of his plane. Yes. It's like the one person died and nothing of value was actually lost. The bear died, though. Which is the actual sad. As for the dude, I mean, yes, an innocent wildlife was lost. So, an innocent wildlife was lost. Yes, that's the sentence I just said. Human caravan has come. Looks like another wolf's body came back to life. This is fine. I mean, in the movie, the bear doesn't die. That is kind of spoilers, but... I don't know. I'm back after being gone for like 5 days, but that's a normal like time period in between TechId streams, so maybe I shouldn't make such a big deal about it. It's been a while since I've been gone. 6 days, actually. Yeah, no, the bear died of a heart attack due to cocaine, but yeah, no, the bear would have needed to be put down. Thanks, mods, for shouting out Tekid. How you been, though, Tekid? How's things? I was in a borderline medically induced coma for 3 days. Otherwise, I would have been back on Sunday, which was initially promised, to the point where also the day after I noticed that Diamond commented in my chat that I wasn't streaming and I felt real bad. I was like, oh, man. Oh, man. No, okay, so the real story goes like this. Idiot moron who is running drugs throws a bunch of drugs out of a plane and then jumps out of the plane to go get his drugs with a parachute and falls and goes splat, okay? Bear eats a bunch of cocaine. Bear runs around, goes for a little bit, and then dies of cocaine. Then later, DEA agents and cops find the dead drug runner, but none of his cocaine. That's the real story. But they did find a bear that clearly ate a lot of cocaine, either off of the dude or, okay, there's a zombie crab fighting, either off of the dude or from some other means of acquiring cocaine. That's the actual story. The movie Cocaine Bear is loosely based off of this and is largely fan fiction of what would have happened if the bear actually went on a murderous rampage. And it's great. As I would call it, a tribute to the bear and the life that it should have lived. And it's directed by Elizabeth Banks, who was like in every single like raunchy comedy movie in the mid-2000s with Seth Rogen. And she did a very good job. Cheers, Mad Wolf. I'm sorry that they've taken so long to get to some of them. I've kind of let a backlog line up because I noticed that they slowed down. So I was like, well, I want this show to keep going. So I kind of slowed down on the output a bunch. But cheers. Glad you waited around to see it. Also, Finian, hello. I'm mostly back to where I was. My sleep schedule's just absolutely fucked at this point, Tekid. I'm liking tall chat, although I have to look up to see you guys sometimes. This is a little odd. I might move chat down on the screen and put bot above it again, but we'll see. But yes, if you're a fan of stupid slasher flicks, I highly recommend seeing Cocaine Bear. We have to wait a little bit for you to be able to look down on me. You're not quite looking down on me yet, Rock Jitsu. I need like another 8 lines of text for you to actually be looking down on me. I'm currently directly looking at you. I will let you know. Chat's a Star Wars scroll. Kind of. Minimal. I hope it doesn't. I think as a one-off movie, it's great. If they made a sequel to Cocaine Bear, I don't know if I'd see it. All right, now I'm looking up at you. Now you're looking down at me, Rock Jitsu, at this point. There you go. So as much as I really want to, I can't actually sell those giant crabs right now because none of them are tame. So even though I want to sell them, I actually can't currently. So Tekid, how goes script writing? Since I have you in my chat room and I can pester you about things. It feels like the entire world has just, like, gotten distracted and has, like, collectively forgotten that Dwarf Fortress exists, which means now is the time for the real content to be released. currently out of stock. Yes, not currently tamed. See, Cams agrees. At least in previous versions of the game, Keyfry, they would be released upon sale and murder all the people that you just sold them to. Which isn't great for business. This may have changed, but I doubt it. It's one of those things as old as time in DF. Wait, hold on a second. Car thieves? So I got put into a almost coma for a weekend after seeing Cocaine Bear, unrelated. And you had to deal with car thieves? Better this week. Better this last week. So better this last week, except for the surprise trip home. So wait, what happened? Okay, now if the bear teams up with the crew from Sharknado, I'm back in. But if it's just the bear, nah. Although, like, the bear does have cubs and Cocaine Bear. Uh-oh. There's a giant albatross skeleton combined with a crab mutilated corpse fighting. Oh, this seems bad. Why? Yeah, this seems not good. I don't know why there's a mutilated albatross corpse fighting with Bim, but there is. Hang in there, Bim. Thieves stole a car that you helped someone buy and then got stuck trying to fix because you got... So wait, did they steal the car before or after you started trying to fix it? That fucking blows, dude. Cause yeah, I remember hearing about that whole project, but then you just kind of disappeared, I guess for obvious reasons. But yeah, dude, what the fuck? Bear and loathing in Sharknado. Okay, I'm back in. The thing is, I know this might come as a surprise to some of you who haven't seen Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear is actually like a really good movie with budget behind it. Sharknado, as somebody who's seen 3 of them, were made with about $1.50 and a peanut and a will to live. Cocaine Bear is actually a really well-made movie. Which probably cost more for like 10 seconds of CG of that bear than the entirety of the Sharknado franchise. Clearly you haven't seen Cocaine Bear if you're doing air quotes well made with Cocaine Bear. It's a stupid premise, but it's a really good movie. Okay, let's make sure that this dwarf survives. Wait, hold on a second. Which Teddy? There's plenty of Teddies out there. All right, so this is the life of Sniper for all eternity now. You just live down there. Joe True recovering wounded for us. Wait, just like a tornado costume with a bunch of little sharks on it? I mean, at this point, literally every movie ever made could be loosely based off of a real story and be, like, marginally true. My right eye doesn't work at all, and my left eye has severe tunnel vision. I am on a form of disability because of my eyesight. Am I actually blind IRL? You be the judge. If I'm not yet, I will be in a couple years, though, because my eyes get worse every year. It's all way over your head? At least you have one. Now, I have a question. Why does that need to be, like, the first thing that you say to somebody? You could just, like, you know, not start the stream off with a pity fest and just say hello and join into the chat. That would be greatly appreciated, in fact. You don't need to be sorry. I was born this way. My life sucks. It's fine. Can move on. But I appreciate the sentiment all the same. Hair looking good today? It's funny because I was literally just looking at my hair and going, fuck, my hair's a mess. Like, I shaved today, but... All right, well, let's get this lava flowing. It's got good body going. Yeah, I don't like it when it does that. I like it when it behaves and goes where it's supposed to, which currently it's not. I've been making them run into the vomit snow, yeah. I've been a mean dwarf warden. Which was the lever connected to this? It's this lever. I mean, I have a main, and if I want a main, I would do this. I don't need to embrace shit. I already got it. But the thing is, when it's doing it at the front of my head, that annoys me, because that's not where I want the hair to be. How's that? Actually, it's more like Weird Al, actually. Boy, I need to curl it, and then it would be Weird Al. With the headphones, it's super uncomfortable, actually, with the headphones on. It's like pulling at them. That was wise. All right. Now I can tie it back the way it's supposed to be. And it'll behave itself. Yep. It does get... It's amazing how much heat hair holds in Oxford Karma. Or Kama. Because there's no R in your name. Yeah, the reason I keep my hair down, or not, like, free like that when I'm streaming is because I would just start sweating. Went on a binge last night trying to learn more about DF. Did it work? Did you learn more? Well, hell yeah. It's also kind of itchy. Not like obnoxiously or unusably itchy, but... You lost 5 pounds shaving the sides? That's absurd. Wow. Damn, dude. Yeah, no, I learned off of mostly Captain Duck. And a little bit of DOS Tactic back in the day. DOS Tactics videos were too long for me. We attracted no migrants this season. Fuck me, I wonder why. Well, I have a secret, Broccoli. Don't cut it. Captain Duck was, well, okay. Jeff Major made a bunch of adventure mode and Dwarf Fortress videos that I watched way back in the day. Then I found Captain Duck, who made a bunch of Dwarf Fortress tutorials in like 2013. Then I found, and DOS Tactic made a bunch of Dwarf Fortress tutorials heavily based around DF Hack and Therapist and Lazy Noob Pack in around 2015, 2016. I didn't watch as many of his videos because he relied too heavily on DF Hack. And that's who those people are. Captain Duck made tutorials a bajillion years ago, and then DOS Tactic made tutorials after that. That's who those people are. Hello, Pack Smack. How's this smacking? Is with alcohol production and no plump helmets. Are you in a temperate biome where there's stuff growing outside? Literally go to anywhere where there's plants growing, click on this button, click here, click drag, and you will never need to worry about food again. Just do that like 3 or 4 times a year. Buy some plump helmets off of your next dwarven trade wagon. God, thank you. Now Smack My Bitch Up is stuck in my head. Mm-hmm. I was on a weird Prodigy binge relatively recently. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. The thing is, Finian, he still streams and he still makes content. The thing is, it was barely any of its Dwarf Fort. I think Captain Duck has a has like a tip goal or a Patreon goal or something where he'll go back to making Dwarf Fort content, but he's never even come close to hitting it. So I think I'm actually just gonna buy all these barrels. And the fancy iron pickaxe. I need to take some weight off of them. That's a platinum-bound codex. Damn right I'll take that. And sure, I'll take the iron wheelbarrow. Hey, look, suddenly they can take... Like, I can give them stuff now because they can carry it. Let's keep bringing them stuff, though. Yeah, he streamed a bit around launch of this, but I don't think he strikes me as one of those people that burnt out on the game pretty heavily and then just never really came back after that. Whew. Well, that worked. I just realized we're gonna have a problem. I need to actually drain this lava. Oops. I forgot to pull this lever. I'll figure it out. Oops, yep. Fortunately, that won't actually be too hard to do. This is the actual issue, though. The fact that it's also flooding into my fortress. And the lever to stop it from flooding is right there. So... this is what happens when you don't play a fort for a week. You pull all the wrong levers in the right order. In other news, Telenartho's fighting with something. Actually, no, it's not so bad. It'll just naturally drain out into here. Hold on, we just gotta put a door here so that it doesn't, like, you know, flood the whole fort. That's the only place we also kind of need a door here. This'll be fine. Wait, what value bug? Were they overvalued? The issue there was weight, not value. least I was smart enough and made the stuff here all lava safe. All these bins are melting, though. That's kind of funny. Well, let's get this trading done. I will sell you all of this for 1 zinc bar. Cool. Now let's cancel this. No trader at depot. Let's get these doors built. Well, that's up now, so that's probably for the best. This is doing its thing back here and melting all this, but that's not useful to me in the slightest. I do, however, need to pull this. I'm wondering if these can still close now that there's obsidian in them. Wait, no, that's an ice wall. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I see. So those sealed off at the end here. Honestly, when it comes to the vast majority of animals, when you're like, insert animal here, war trainable, my answer is always going to be, I will look at the wiki. So reference the wiki if you would like to know, because that will actually give you the answer. I will just be like, hold on, I will check the wiki, because 99% of the time I have no idea. There's so many animals in this game, and half of them are war trainable, so it's really hard to say. Yeah, quite literally. You think the wiki just trashed? Well, nope, it's up for me. That's a lot of lava. Elfie Bean, that's a bad place to stand. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're moving. Decided to move your little butt out of there because that was a bad place for you to be sitting. All right, well, this is a bit of an oopsie, but it's fine. We needed to clean the floors anyway. Sure, this is helping. Can someone please make a let me wiki that for you command for my bot that just searches the Dwarf Fortress wiki for a thing and then posts the correct page? Because that would actually be really helpful. They're just copper. It's fine. They're all full of just obsidian blocks, so it really doesn't matter. Well, at least I can say this thing is working as intended, so I guess that's good. Disregards the acquirer's properties, the text length and value. Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of that bug. Okay, I guess I was like, yeah, no, I'm well aware of that. But that's not why I was buying that codex. I was buying that codex just to have it, and also the fact that it was a heavy item, and I was trying to remove weight because apparently they had a whole bunch of weight in their inventory and thus couldn't take items from me. So I was trying to remove weight, could care less about the actual value. What, in the wiki? Yeah, no, Control F is a very important hotkey to know and understand as a wiki user. Well, things about to get burny up in here. I want to get these doors done soon there, guys. Okay, well, that door is no longer accessible, apparently. I'm assuming it's in here somewhere. Or, you know, like encased in obsidian. Apparently there's a siltstone door right here as well that we totally could use, but... But I don't know. I wouldn't ever really consider books or choirs even to be a thing that matters in value, because their actual value is lore value, not currency value, at least for me in the game, so I personally don't care. Like, that's a completely irrelevant bug to me. And not something that I'm ever going to worry about. Shit's on fire, don't worry about it, it's fine. What's the purpose of this large lava contraption? Not to put the lava where it's currently putting it. We're trying to 3D print a room, although that'll work when the lava's going where it's supposed to go and not where it's currently going. Currently where it's going, it's actually very inconvenient and quite annoying. But, you know, we'll fix it. Soon-ish. Although, I'm starting to like think that it might actually be easier to fix this if I just fill this whole thing up with obsidian, which might be the way we end up doing this, which isn't how I want to do this, but currently it's putting lava here, which is not where I want the lava. I'm getting a little bit perturbed by the fact that the dwarves haven't placed a door there yet, which they're supposed to. So, who is bringing this door? Ah, there you is. Hi, Jiming. Please place door. But yes, also melting the glacier and 3D printing a tower. Those are the other things it's supposed to do. There we go. Door's now on the way. Which means I can just let this drain out. It'll take a minute, but it'll be fine. You've just taken the bug to mean make scrolls instead. Did you, chat, did you guys know that fires can burn through doors? I didn't. I do now. That's kind of interesting, actually. No, not wooden door. It's a siltstone door, but it had, I guess we'll see it happen here, maybe? No, we won't, because it'll burn out first. But right underneath the door is fungus. So it actually burned through the fungus under the door. Freehold Boreas, thank you very much for the 3rd month. Now, the real question is, would it have burned through the door if I'd locked the door? No, that's the real question. No, it's fine. Boreas, it's fine. Fire is fine. Don't worry about the fire. Speaking of fire, chat, if you want to light this chat on fire, you can do that by getting #1 on the leaderboards for that bit leaderboard. It only costs 1 penny to get #1. I'm just saying. But yeah, over here we just need to wait for this to drain out and it'll be fine. Once it gets low enough, then I guess I'll dig around the back of this and allow the water to flow through. I guess that's what we'll do. Just go around the back. It's not really how I want to do this, but I mean, what I should actually be doing is caring for my super depressed dwarves. So, because we got some pretty pissy ones like Telenartho, Pijaming, and all these. I'm just gonna take you off of all jobs. Like, just go do whatever it is you want to do. Pack Smack, thanks for the 5 pennies. Appreciate you. What do you actually want with your life? Never feel hatred towards anyone or anything. Then why are you so angry? Restless upon being able to rest and recuperate. Well, Archangel, thanks for taking #1 with the $1. Yeah, I started at 6:15 a.m. my time because I barely slept last night. Because to give the short answer again to the story, camping trip got canceled due to crappy weather. So after camping trip got canceled, Lyagushka's been found dead, reason dehydrated, on a pile of booze. Well, that's kind of sad. Probably just got too depressed. In a pile of dwarven ale. I'm now suddenly very confused. Oh, I see. You're hauling his corpse. I'm hauling his corpse. Did I kill him? No. He was dehydrated.
I see your 100 and raise you 20.
Thank you for the $1.20, Elfie. Why did he die, though? Clearly, I was the last one to see him alive. The real perplexing thing is there was, like, a puddle of booze where he died. Like, what was this dwarf doing that made this happen? Cetrix, who am I giving a dwarf to? In other news, something is fighting. Oh, I see. There is a agitated giant snowy owl. Because of course, fighting with my wolves. I hope the wolves are winning. Go wolves! I am cheering for the wolves here, although there's blood everywhere. So.
Bitboi.
Bitoy? Oh, Bitboy. I get it. Thanks for the $2.45. And Boreas, thank you very much for checking out a gift. I don't think that's the first time Voidheim's been gifted a sub here. I think it's the second time, actually. Blood Odin did die. Blood Odin, Ken has dwarf. Chat, what kind of dwarf does Blood Odin get? Yep, mostly wolf teeth. Mostly. Somebody who's drinking? That's a good way to go. It's like, sort by happiest, and the first dwarf who's currently having a drink would actually be a weaponsmith currently. 2-Bit Nick! Thanks for the tier 1 subscription. Cheers, friend. What do you think, chat? Happiest dwarf that's currently getting a drink? I think we go with that. Who is this dwarf? Lead. Blood Odin. Round of beers to that, chat. And thank you very much for the hype train. Those are very kind. I've been gone too long. I've missed this whole streaming thing. Also, 2-Bit Nick, thanks for pre-subscribing for 3 months in advance, by the way. It means a lot. All that jazz. She never feels discouraged. Probably why she's so happy. Thanks for the $1.35, Elfie. And Blood Odin, thanks for chucking a gift sub over at Blind Me. Or Blind Him. Miem. Relies on the... Okay, we just lost another dwarf. Stodier has been found dead. What the fuck is happening? Hold up. We will read this dwarf in a second. That's a lot of thread. Well, I did tell the military to go stand up here, so I'm sure that giant snowy owl is dead now, right? If they suck up fish as well? Fish can spawn in any water. So, yes. If you are sucking water from a place to a place that has fish, they will show up in your water reservoir. You mean dwarf everywhere? Tropic? All right, let's jump back down to Blood Odin, and we'll read this description, and then I'll worry about whatever the fuck's going up on the surface. She never feels discouraged and relies on the advice of others during decision-making. She accepts favors and advice... She accepts favors without developing a sense of obligation, preferring to act as the current situation demands, cracks easily under pressure, and doesn't cling tightly to ideas, and is open to changing her mind. She generally is quite confident in her abilities when undertaking specific ventures. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity, and she is often cheerful and is moved by art and natural beauty. She is troubled by this, and she dislikes the natural world. Occasionally overindulges and is somewhat quarrelsome, and she is bothered by this, and she values friendship and needs alcohol to get through the working day. She personally finds those that attempt to conceal their emotions as vain and offensive. And Moose, thank you very much for keeping that subscription alive for a 4th month. Welcome back. As vain and foolish and doesn't see cooperation as valuable, and doesn't really value merrymaking and dreams of creating a great work of art. Likes steel, leaven, opal, reacher, leather, and oyster shell, giant, horay, marmot, parchment, and the color fuchsia. Training, axes, and backpacks, and hatch covers and figurines, and horned melon vines for their fruit. And the words of the berries of serenity, and the sound of the luxurious queen, and when possible prefers to consume one-humped camel, just one-humped camel, and flounder and bumblebee mead, and absolutely hates fire snakes. It's currently euphoric due to inebriation, and her hair is wavy. Her very long hair is neatly combed, her eyebrows are incredibly high, and she has a scratchy voice. Her nose bridge is convex, and her nose is extremely short. Her close-set, round cobalt eyes are protruding, and she has a round chin, and her eyelashes are extremely short. Her head is broad. Her hair is amber. Her skin is dark peach. And there we go. That's your dwarf. Thanks for keeping that type train alive. Moose, cheers, dude. And thanks for the 4th month. Welcome back. I guess we're on month 4 since Dwarf Fort release day. So what the fuck's going on? I guess you just bled out after the wolf, eh? Please tell me it says vomiting. Yes, it's vomiting. A lot of bits and pieces. That's a wolf ear. Oh dear. I mean, Dwarf Fortress has ludicrously in-depth descriptions of things because that's part of what Dwarf Fortress does. Okay, so the fighting is continuing. Ah. Dwarf corpses. Dwarf corpses. You thought that only water vermin might spawn. It doesn't undermine the doesn't it undermine the purpose of crates? Lots of things in Dwarf Fortress undermine the purpose of lots of things in Dwarf Fortress, and it's just something you kind of get used to when you spend a lot of time playing Dwarf Fortress. But yeah, also only vermin can show up. So not like carp can't, you know? How do you have a trade that in depth? What did I do that was in depth about trading? What do you mean? Like, I don't understand the question, I suppose. It's that dwarf. And how do you get traders in there? They walked in the door? Like, the trader walked into here, and then in here, this is depth -1. They can go up and down stairs until they have wagons, and then they need ramps. But, like, this is literally just, like, they walked in the door. Like, this is not a deep depth. But, like, down here, I would need to have Well, I mean, they could just take the stairs down into here because I'm not letting them use the wagons due to there being undead everywhere. But if they're using wagons, then you need to give them a way in. Also, I need to widen this. I should probably just pull this lever anyway. You right there, pull that lever. So, traders will go to any level, or to any Z level, it doesn't matter. But they will only go to that Z level if they have a wagon. Unless you're asking about the trading depot. Is a zombie wagon actually possible? No, because when wagons die, they get destroyed. Maybe in some older version, in some bugged variant of the game, but not in the current version. Chat room, thank you very much for the 5 subs and the $6.05 in bits for the little hype train. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, no, it's zombie wagons are not possible. Not without some, like, modding tomfoolery.
Thanks for all the content you provide. Oh man, the damn zero key.
Thanks for the $15, ice hockey player. I'm taking that number 1 spot. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, but they also collapse into logs when they die, and logs are not resurrectable. So, just because they're considered a living entity by the game, doesn't mean they can be resurrected. Yeah, that's true. Evidence self. That could happen. Zombie wagon could maybe... Actually, is wagon even a word? Hold on. Let me just find out a thing. Let's just make a statue out of literally anything. You here. Let's create let's create a new image. And we're going to name the image Wagon. Wagon is not a dwarven word. So nothing could be called zombie wagon. Also, is zombie a word? Dwarves do not have a word for zombie. Which would imply that the humans also don't. Meaning, no, you could not have anything called a zombie wagon. You could, although the mechanical ghost is pretty close to that. Which is the one that was randomly generated here. Death wheels could also be one, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or dead wheels? Dead wheels. Cart is not a word. Tekkid, thanks for gifting out 5 subs. Cheers, man. It's good to be back. I wasn't gone for that long, but it's good to be back. I feel like the Dwarf Fort directory kind of missed me while I was gone. Things got a little quiet over here. I was watching a bit. Well, anyway, with that disappointment aside, I am DF? Now that's giving me way too much credit. I am, however, breeding giant crabs. That I will take credit for. Speaking of, it's time to add more giant crabs to this cage. Actually, my wolves are tame, hey? So many crabs. Yep. Turns out they're too much of a pain in the ass to tame. Or not tame, train and keep them all trained. So it's actually easier to just mass cage them. That's an undead crab chite. Great. But we have successfully tamed walruses and giant elephant seals. So that's pretty great. And as you can see right here, Jamma Bama is improving animal training by taming these giant elephant seals. crab fort. I mean, we do have statues of crabs everywhere to commemorate the hostile crab takeover when they all stopped being trained all around the same time and taking over the entire fortress, which is why there are copper crab statues the color of crab, properly respecting the crab. Because did you know that crabs in Dwarf Fortress can open doors? Neither did I. I learned that they can pull levers. At random. I also learned that they, can wield weapons. And also they walk faster than dwarves. So when you try to assign them all to a cage, like I just did, they just run around at random. So because of that, we now not have one but two emotes for this, both on Better Twitch TV that you can add to your channel if you would like. One of them is Vote Crab, and the other one is Crablin. Also, you can't geld them, so if they're breeding, they just breed uncontrollably, which is incredible. And I'm sure there's one other thing here I'm forgetting, but yeah, anyway. Mass murdering crabs is necessary? I thought that just having a little family of crabs in my fort would be hysterical until they started multiplying. And then I realized I had no way of stopping them. Another dwarf has risen and is taking over the fortress. Okay, so I'm going to sit here for a minute, and we're just going to keep the dwarves inside. I'm going to let that lava do its thing, and I'm going to see if I can just fix the mood problem. Apparently I'm actually out of granite. That's wild. Time to make obsidian slabs. Wait, what? Why? What do you mean party time? I didn't hear party music. Did you hear party music? What's going on that we're now partying? No, I think octopuses are smarter than crabs and have a higher likelihood of inheriting the earth. Apparently I have a cow here that's starving for some reason. We should eat it before it becomes a problem. I also have some goat. I'm gonna slaughter a bunch of wolf pups so that their skin stays small when they die. Do you have any idea how many times that has come up in the chat in the last, 3 streams I've done because of the amount of crabs in the chat? We've been over this to the point where I might as well make a command for that Wikipedia page. We got giant elephant seals. Oh yeah, no, we got bigger problems. Elder Scrolls taught you to never trust crabs. Elder Scrolls taught me that the only good Elder Scrolls mod ever made was the Dapper Crabs mod. Good sir, why are you hitting me? Is one of the best fan voice lines for a video game I've ever seen. Or heard, rather. I guess you don't see voice lines. Please stop smacking me. This is absolutely indespicable. And it's just a crab with a monocle holding up a something. Don't you mean macho dragons? No, Thomas the Tank Dragon is definitely the best dragon. Come on. I'm no Macho Man Randy bullshit fan. Helen Artho has committed a bunch of crimes. Well, that's a shame. A whole lot of crimes, Christ. Still more crimes? Oh, man. It's literally just turns all the dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine with no context. That's all it does. All right, more ghosts. Udil. This is going to take a bit of doing here. Oh, Cowhair is fighting. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure we'll kill it in no time. I'll be honest with you. I do not think Skyrim is a good game. But the mods are hysterical. Just like I don't think Fallout 4 is a particularly good game. But there is one reason to play Fallout 4. There's one reason. There is a mod that replaces all of the sound effects that the chain gun make. With SpongeBob laughing. Anyway, that's... Yeah, I'm going to go back to playing Dwarf Fort now. Oh, that seems like the game working as intended, Neff. It's the one thing that might maybe sort of saved Fallout 4 for me. All right, we're getting more crabs chained up. One of my dwarves is unconscious. Am I out of doctors? Is that the problem? No, what's the problem then? I actually remember that update. Dragons flying backwards update. That's like almost a Dwarf Fortress level of update. I can't wait until they update Starfield. Frankly. Is it a doctor? No. No, this dwarf is not a doctor. This dwarf is in my military. Otherwise, under here, they would be set as military. But I do probably need more doctors, so might as well just go assign one more underneath everything. Got plenty of normal doctors. Let's get another diagnoser. Let's get another surgeon. They've seen thread before. I'm sure they know what to do. And you're a novice bone doctor. Has seen a weapon before. I'm sure you can unbreak people's bones. And let's go up here. Go over to this. Nobody does this. Everybody does this. Everybody does this. Well, let's also check. Do we have everything? Just don't have powder for casts, but we have everything else. In fact, I'm going to increase the number for everything else. I've also been seeing splints just like lying around on the ground, meaning people have been dropping them, which is good. They're getting used. Yeah, I just remember Skyrim breaking for weird reasons. I was actually one of the people who got that infinite mining bug. Was one of the reasons I stopped playing the like main quest at a point. Where theoretically I should have just kept playing, but I kind of figured that that wasn't the worst of it. And ironically, to my knowledge, that bug still hasn't been patched out of the game. Was there features, not bugs? Features are things that add to the game. Bugs are things that take away from the game. As an example, Dwarf Fortress has many features. Dwarf Fortress also has plenty of bugs. Are you just going to fly out? That would actually be kind of amazing. I don't think it's just going to fly out, so we'll just try and crush it. I'm assuming you can't fly, otherwise you would have gone up through that trap door by now. Yeah, that's around the last time I played Skyrim. About 11 years. Actually, I could tell you when I last played Skyrim. Unless I accidentally launched it at some point. When did I last play Skyrim? Skyrim! August 6th, 2012. August 6th, 2012. Literally 11 years ago. That's funny, Jerry Gordon. And I trust that you were like hanging out with your new baby kid on Skyrim's release day and not playing Skyrim. That's like so I know somebody whose kid was born like a couple of months before the Star Citizen Kickstarter started. Sweet. Okay, they crushed it. So kind of a similar thing. Oh, plenty. Probably mine included, and I can't wait until that bug is corrected. I can't wait to see the Steam forums when that bug gets corrected, Tekid. I can't wait to see the Steam forums when that bug gets corrected. Also, chat, one of you guys need to help Tekid out with this lack of subscription problem he's got here. Or I need to do it. So, whoever hits first. Doesn't really matter to me. I'll get him in a few minutes if you guys don't. Let's do that. This. Oh no, Ghost. Apparently I actually had a soldier who died. He's a ghostly recruit. Aqua, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Tekid so that I didn't have to. Appreciate you. Doors are indestructible. Locked doors are currently indestructible by anything, yes. They are supposed to be destructible by any building destroyer, which currently they are not. No, legit, actually, I don't even... Yeah, I don't even own Skyrim Special Edition or any of the... I never even bought the DLC. That's how you know that I'm an OG Skyrim buyer, is I didn't even buy the DLC for Skyrim. This is just like basic bitch original Skyrim. What are building destroyers? Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess I never even realized the concept that like new players wouldn't know what a building destroyer is. Any Forgotten Beast is a building destroyer. Titans are building destroyers. Dragons are building destroyers. Ettins are building destroyers. Giants are building destroyers. Minotaurs, all that stuff. Anything that has like the big pop-up. Trolls are building destroyers. Yeah, I think Blizzard Men are building destroyers. Yeah, there's basically anything that's kind of scary can just ripple. Like right now, you can just lock a door like this and they're invincible. But a lot of enemies in the game can actually just like straight up rip doors off their hinges, break windows, rip bars off the walls. Your ex's ass. Yeah, totally. Blind cave. Yeah, blind cave ogres. Can giant olms? No. Clown. Oh yeah. Well, that falls under the Forgotten Beasts kind of moniker as well too. But yeah, no. All of those things can just like rip those doors off normally, or are supposed to be able to. Activision, yes. Also, hi, Gristas. Yes, because they aren't able to for some reason. Yeah, so those are all supposed to be able to kill doors. And it's funny because it's a bug that I've seen almost nobody complain about, except occasionally people who've played older versions of the games will go, man, people are going to be so fucking mad when that comes back. Because, oh boy. Oh boy. Because you're supposed to use drawbridges, right? And you know how drawbridges take a few seconds to kind of queue in and go thunk, right? Like, that's the whole point, right? You're supposed to use drawbridges. So, like, for ages, like, we used to just build really long hallways with drawbridges, right? You've still been building assuming doors won't work? Yeah, there's two kinds of people right now. People who assume doors won't work, and then people who've realized that they're bugged. And then there's people, or I guess three kinds of people, and then people who don't know any better. Oh, yeah, that's still the case, though. Jam Jalopy. You is just building with bridges? I mean, I've been doing it constantly. I mean, that's how I trapped, like, this guy up here. Like, he was, like, literally, I just, like, locked him behind a thing, and then locked him in there. All right, sweet. Lava's finally starting to cool off down here. Chat, I will be back in a moment. I gotta take a leak. I have been live for 4 hours, so I guess it's about time.
Cheese for everyone!
Let's take a lovely fruit, the tomato, remove everything that's good from it, the seeds, the vitamins, the nutrients, everything that's good about it, and just jam it full of shit garbage shit sugar, and put it in a shit bottle that sounds like shit when you put it on your shit. It's shit! Stop eating ketchup!
See how he bites off the shell to get at the nut?
Yo, what summertime madness is this? Did the Canadian clock go yeet? D.
Yes, but also I started 3 hours early. Also, hi. How's things, Animal? And thank you very much for the 2nd month. Chat, can I just get 67 beers approximately in the chat? They don't all have to be posted at once. Sweet. Ghosts have been put to rest, finally. Telenartho, Aviz, and Rave Rumble are all stumbling around obliviously. We're going to lose a bunch. Zephon is committing crimes. There we go. You can go to prison, hopefully. That is approximately 60-second beers. Thanks, chat. They like playing Twister in the lava. They've got good balance. It's fine. It's not flowing. It's a 60-second month. Well, it's Dwarf Fortress with really high frame rate, obviously. Yes, they would become molasses. But why would an enemy show up in this region? That would be goofy. Come on. Be silly to think that enemies could possibly show up in this region. All right, well, up here, I need to move this back a bunch, so I need this top bit to go away too. Although this might actually be easier to do if I do it this way. We're going to do it this way. Things are okay, Animal. I mean, I've talked at length about how my week was. I very much planned on streaming on Sunday and then planned on streaming on Monday, but I had some doctor shit go on, and long story short, it wasn't pleasant. And actually, no, do I need to do that? No, I really don't. But we'll do it anyway.
Happy to see you all, carrot.
Good to see you too. Your dwarf's still around, still doing the military dwarf stuff. Appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around and watching the streams. Thanks for subscribing for a 5th month. But yeah, the result of me starting super early is mostly because I basically didn't sleep last night. I slept for maybe an hour and 40 minutes. Doctor, how did we get there from me saying some, I guess, doctor shit? Anyway, medical stuff. Long story short is I basically didn't sleep last night, so this is going to be a, well, I will stream probably, I don't know, another 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6, if I'm feeling okay. I'll eat lunch in a few hours here, and then tomorrow we'll start at the normal time, and it'll be a normal stream. There's an osprey lady. I really should just pull this lever and lock the door. And then turn this off. Just lock. You know what? Actually, let's just lock this door. Let's lock that door and then pull this. No, I'm not doing another subathon anytime soon, I'll tell you that. No, that would be too much to ask of the audience anyway. Because that's literally saying, hey, chat, give me like $100 an hour to stream. That's a bit much. I wouldn't say you broke me, but you did, like, make me accidentally, unintentionally take 5 days off afterwards, so. Pretty considerable break even for me. Chat needs a month to get paychecks. I mean, if I could just do like 1 78-hour stream a month, I'm okay with this. Total bargain? No, you didn't burn me out. Like I said earlier, doctors burnt me out. I would have been back on Sunday had I not gotten smacked with like the craziest fatigue I've ever had in my life. But I don't think you guys want to just show up and give me a buttload of money to stream once a month. That seems goofy. Nah, you guys would need to work way harder than that to burn me out. Believe it or not. We need slabs. You know, let's make these out of not obsidian. Maybe I just don't have much obsidian lying around. Let's just use gabbro. Yeah, like I said, that's just not a fair challenge, really. Also, fun fact, at my current ad rate, a 24-hour live stream on this channel nets me about $128 in ads. Thought you guys would like to know. That will be fun, yeah. Looking forward to that, Jerry Gordon. That will be fun. Absolutely rolling in ad pennies. Oh, yeah. Swimming in them. It's not bad, but that's still for like 24 hours of period live. Like that's a lot of time to be live. All right, let's just try and spend a bit of time fixing this fort because moods are horrifically bad right now. I also need to make copper cages. Kind of a bunch of them. Let's do 20. Scrooge McDuck in it, I suppose. Yeah, no, my average YouTube Shorts makes me 15 to 20 cents. That's actually not too far off. So I really, really, really want these penguins to actually lay eggs. The problem is I haven't actually had the opportunity to catch them laying eggs. So I kind of just want to sit here and stare at them until one of them lay eggs so that I can forbid them so the dwarves don't eat them. So, chat, are you guys down to just sit here while I stare at these? That is a pickaxe. The penguin does not have a pickaxe. There's just a pickaxe on the ground in there for some reason. Are you guys down to sit here and stare at these until one of them shits out an egg? Could you make a suggestion? What's your suggestion? God damn it. I keep getting honeybee colonies out in the middle of the frozen ocean. Well, I don't need to watch them fuck. I just need to watch them lay an egg. Also, that's Big Tux. He can't lay an egg. So they're only trained. These aren't tamed, right? Which means they do have to relatively regularly be trained or they will lose their training. So normally, if they were tame, yes, I could just lock the door and wait for them to lay eggs. But because they are just trained, I don't really want them to like randomly lose their training, which they do at a semi-frequent basis, and then they need to be trained again. So I would still need to stare at them to make sure they don't lose their training. Zhang has claimed a Magma Forge, another Fey Mood weaponsmith. These are giant emperor penguins. Or no, giant penguins. Just penguins. The thing is, I learned that small penguins exist recently because of this, and I want to see a giant small penguin. Kind of really bad. And I don't know if those exist. I hope they do. It's still annoying. Yeah, and they tend to do it like when they like don't have line of sight of their trainer too, like they're plotting. Although I just want to think that all these guys should just be smile and wave. Boys, smile and wave. Miniature giant hamsters. Exactly. It's like a giant pygmy shrew. Let's go. No. And there's certain egg layers that aren't birds that will actually die of, I think, thirst or die of something before they are finished laying eggs. I can't even remember what it is now, but there is actually an animal that can't fully mature their eggs because they will die first. Elk birds sometimes stars. That's probably the one I'm thinking of. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch absolutely dies before his eggs are finished being laid. Well, that's just sad, Gristeth. Saw jabbers? Jabbers aren't grazers, though, are they? I'd swear they weren't grazers. This is the most interesting content. Although to consider the fact that there are people out there that just stream like their own livestock in real life, how much more boring or more interesting could Dwarf Fortress livestock? I mean, look at the detailed descriptions of this penguin I have. Is obsessed with order and structure in his own life, which is why he is just sitting here and not moving. He always looking for a way to better his situation. Smile and wave, boys. He personally prefers to be alone and tends to avoid any physical confrontations. Works to square this and tends to assume the worst of two outcomes will naturally be the one that comes to pass. And he isn't given to flights of fancy, and he does not go out of his way to help others. Enjoy your lurk, Selfie Bean. With fish things. I don't know if I should ask. No, I'm just waiting for them to shit out an egg. Oh, look, they're all lining up. They're plotting their, like, hostile takeover, I think. Uh-oh, things are fighting. A nanny goat skin? Oh, I'm sure you got this. I mean, seriously, look at them. They're lining up. They're plotting something. This is a totally different... Nope, that's actually just the same giant penguin. She likes to present herself boldly, like most penguins, and that would offend the average sense of modesty. She lives at a high energy and kinetic pace. She is not careful with resources when working on projects. She often spends unnecessary effort and tends to be passive in discussions. Well, if you're going to spend unnecessary effort, shit out a fucking egg, you stupid penguin. She can handle stress, and she is rarely moved to mercy. Not particularly interested in what others think of her, and she has a sense of humor. Which is why she's not shitting out an egg right now. And could be considered rude. Exactly, so shit out an egg. They are against the law and not laying eggs right now. Although, to be fair, I literally only have the one female penguin, so maybe I shouldn't blame her here. I'm egging her on. Oh, this is getting... these puns are getting excellent, chat. Zephon's throwing a tantrum. Okay. Well, we're going to just go mine out a bunch of rocks because I need them, apparently. I definitely have checked for all of that. Don't worry about it, Dr. Rick. I appreciate your guys' assistance here, but trust me, I know enough about how this game works that, yes, I've already checked for all this. Don't worry about it. Or aggressive? Look, you... Wow, I can't even say it. It's that bad. Look, you yolk like you have had some puns today. So, Maybe we just need to crack a new one and move on, eh? All right, channel reported. Yep. I deserve that. Can we go back? I read that as can we go back to crab puns, implying these puns were just that bad. But I think we can go back to crab puns is almost funnier in a way. Also, hi Rev. Sup? They don't in Dwarf Fort, and you also can't geld them. Which is actually terrifying. Oh, that's the edge of the map. So's that. God damn it. Well, the dwarves are... Happiness is starting to sort itself out. Down into the single digits and the real upset ones. You know, honestly, I think I should just self-report my own channel for the crab puns and the egg puns and the bee puns and the dwarf puns and the other puns. But you know what? Rather than reporting myself, I'm not a cop. I wouldn't do that. The hell, man? I'm not gonna snitch, not even on myself. I have self-respect, unlike you, clearly, who would accuse me of reporting my own channel at this point. So I'm gonna keep getting away with all of these crimes, as you seem to think they are, of my actual speech, not even free speech bullshit. Welcome to the Pungeon. You're among friends here. Building my own cavern lair? Well, I had to dump some water in there. Don't worry about it. Crimes against Pun Maniday. I mean, so I have a secret second channel where I do completely legal drugs and edit videos. Which is that channel. I don't know. If you want to follow it or something, it's up to you. I mean, technically you guys are paying me to speak. You know, one of my favorite lines I ever saw a streamer say, he was apologizing for being bad at the video game that he was streaming, basically. And he's just like, man, I'm really, really bad at this game. He's like, I don't know why any of you guys watch me. And then he's like, dude, says person in chat, we're not paying you to be good at the video game. We're paying you to entertain us. And you are very entertaining. Underground recreation area? No, that's just where I'm mining out all my granite, basically. So, as long as you guys are clear with the fact that you're paying me to be entertaining and not necessarily the best at the video game all the time, then we're good. That's a lot of teeth. There's still crabs running around. The crabs are never going to be fully gone. Do I ever post any of them? When people ask and when I remember, but not usually, no. Mostly it's just like, I will like upload them from time to time on like the DF database, and then like 2 people download it, and then I'm like, it's not really worth the 20 minutes of time it takes for me to zip the folder. Not 20 minutes, but like the 5 minutes of time it takes to zip the folder, so I just don't bother usually. Thanks for being around to be gifted a sub, Blind him. All right, well, all that stuff's been crushed. I think I'm just gonna dump everything that's in here. I don't actually care what's in there. I just want all this stuff gone. Zhang has begun a mysterious construction. Okay, so rough adventurings, obsidian blocks. What kind of metal though? Zinc? What a weird material to choose. Bunch of leather, bunch of obsidian. Could be cool. Could be cool. But I don't know. Maybe I should get better about uploading my own forts. They usually just kind of fade off into obscurity and get deleted, so. That's honestly usually what ends up happening to them. There we go. Boulders are coming back. Found more gems. Ooh, red zircons. Classic line. Tropic Kami. Sounds like a toxic relationship if you actually had to ask me. I know you're not, and I know that's not part of the joke, but sounds like a pretty shitty relationship if that's the last thing that reminds you of her. Unless this is one of those like, we met once, she was $50 kind of things. It was a glorious moment. You're a romantic? Your name's Tropic Communist, not Tropic Romantic. Come on, man. I refuse to believe that you can be more than one thing. You picked a bad time to read Crab Time in chat while calling the doctor's office? Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Okay. While TV was on mute, you picked a bad time to read Crab Time. Oh. What? I'm so confused by that whole sentence. Oh, probably Tap Dancing Ninja, because I got tired of staring. Zeneng, the weaponsmith, has created Ushelius, Noglesh, Stetad, a giant zinc axe blade. Disco Elysium taught me that communism and relationship loss trauma go hand in hand. I really wish I played that game when I had the chance. Enjoy your lurks, Ithaca. What's the use of a giant zinc axe blade? It's a trap component. So it's like spinning glass discs or it's like spinning, it's like serrated discs or what do you call it? Other things. It's a really good game. Yeah, it's a hard game to stream though. Also, games like that for me, the ones that require a lot of reading. Kind of the longest I will play one of them for is about 15 hours. So I just kind of skipped it initially and then never got back to it when it added voice acting, and now it's got all the weird drama around it, and I just kind of don't want to because it leaves a weird, icky flavor in my mouth. Anyway, let's read the description of this big knife. Courtesy of Gabe Newell, this is a giant zinc axe blade. All Craftsdwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round tetrahedrite cabochons and oval obsidian cabochons and tapered baguette cut adventurines and studded with zinc and decorated with Esme's creature's leather. All right. And encircled with bands of cushions, obsidian cabochons, and badger leather, this object is adorned with hanging rings of dingo leather. Am I going to build a trap with it? I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but I guess I could. I could make a weapon trap with a single weapon in it. And before some dwarf falls into it and just impales themselves on it. Oh, I've been spoiled on like the vast majority of that game, Broccoli. You think the talk of crabs in chat is to blade? Chat, I was about to say, can someone help Evident Self not have to see those sexually transmitted disease ads again? You know, honestly, this is the actual reason why I run the ads on the stream, is just so that when people comment on them, we know who to hit. It's like, well, you're obviously watching the stream enough to sit through the crappy ad breaks, so let's just like, bang, gift sub, done. Just gives everybody targets for the snipers. Well done, chat. What's up, Curry Murmurs? That is a crab. How are you doing here, Thightcut? In a constant state of internal rage after suffering a travesty of art defacement. You must have crushed something that you made, as you are a clother. We need more puns? I was about to just say, if you ain't got puns, hun, is like, you know, that one line from Baby Got Back where he's like, my black anaconda don't want none if you ain't got puns, hun. But the problem is like, I didn't have the first half of the puns, so I kind of gave up. Any interesting comments on the latest Dwarf Therapist update? I don't use it and don't care. So that's not a topic I'll ever brush up on because I don't use it and I don't care. That's my thoughts on the most recent you were fighting fog and you missed. Well done. That's the long and short of my take on Dwarf Therapist. I'm sure that the lava up here has probably cooled off a bit to the point where I can sort of do stuff again. Not quite really, but we're getting there. Can mine that out. Why did the crab go to the seafood disco? Because he heard they were playing the classics. You know, ChatGPT probably just Googled crab puns and took the most popular one. I refuse to believe that ChatGPT came up with any of that. It's just literally ChatGPT is just Googling shit with extra steps and less accurate information. They're clogging up all your bins. Sell them to traders that come by. Search by X. Don't let them in bins. Literally just sell all of your clothing supply every time traders come by. It's literally all I do. Since before Classic released. So when you say Classic, do you mean Classic with, like, this UI? Or do you mean since Classic released in 2006? Because that statement could mean two very different things. I don't think I've ever had all 4 dyes released simultaneously. I mean, I have a lot of tutorials on my YouTube channel, but like as far as tips and goals go, like that's kind of a personal thing. It really depends on what you want to do. Or like, are you more asking more broadly, like what can you do in Dwarf Fortress, or are you asking me to give you ideas? Because if you're asking me to give you ideas, that's difficult. And like I said, very much kind of a personal thing. Yeah, I think I usually it's, if I'm doing either Red Root, I think, or Dimple Cup dye. There is a page on the wiki all with player design challenges, if that's the kind of thing you're doing. Literally just hit escape and then hit turn on ASCII. Yeah. The problem with ASCII is you can't zoom in and out right now, so it's kind of a pain to play this way, but it's perfectly playable. Assuming you can see UI design for ants. Make it cool for, yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually when I'm playing, it's like I kind of set out with like a theme in mind. It's like, well, in this fort, I'm going to try and do this sort of thing. In this fort, I'm going to try and do this sort of thing. In this fort, I'm going to try and do this sort of thing. And usually that's dictated by the location that I've settled in and the threats that are around me. So if I settle somewhere and there's a lot of sand and I have easy access to lava, all right, let's try and do some under, like, ground stuff. And then try and make a bunch of glass. If there isn't a lot of threats on the surface, all right, let's build closer to the surface. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm going to dig as deep as possible and build in the magma layers. Sometimes I'm like, all right, let's try and build a town on the surface. Sometimes I'm like, let's build in the side of a mountain, but not actually dig beneath the surface. I don't know. It's kind of like playing Minecraft. It's like, what do you do? Well, what do you want to do? Which is a very broad question and not exactly like a fair way to answer that question, but it is kind of the way I play the game, so it's hard to really give you any ideas outside of that. Also, this is how I get rid of used clothing, by the way. When traders show up, search by X. You will get some false positives sometimes if you have things like ibex leather, but I don't care and just sell everything that has an X in it, because anything that has an X in it on either side like this is clothing that's damaged, clothing that's degrading. So you just go through and mass trade everything with the X's on it, and they will just go pick up all the clothing that's lying around at random and sell them. It's also like the fastest and quickest and most effective way to just get rid of a whole bunch of shit all at once. Fun fact also, not just clothing degrades, anything made of wood degrades, although you'll never actually notice it because most wooden items take literally hundreds of years in-game to actually degrade. So now look, we have, what, 600 items being brought to trade right here? But yeah, I mean, like, if you're just looking for inspiration, I would recommend either, like, asking people in chat about what they're building right now, or if you jump into the Discord, there's a room called the DF Save Sharing Room where people just share their saves. And also I make videos out of those. So you could watch a couple of those videos, says the guy who makes them. And maybe that'll give you some ideas. Kind of hard to say. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff you could do. No, you won't. Just make sure that you're supplying clothes for dwarves. It'll be fine. None of my dwarves are naked. But welcome back, Stone. Were you able to do the napping? Also, I think I'm gonna set my sub goal to something that's actually like semi-achievable because we ain't hitting that anytime soon. Let's do. Let's just add some 6s and call it a day. You think that you slept? God, I hope I sleep properly tonight. Uh-oh. A merchant's been found dead. Oh, that's not good. Looks like, the merchants, seem to have found a, well, an overzealous undead wolf. So, no trading for us this month. What's up, Rex? Or this year, anyway. Or a broken finger. Oh, no! Well, enjoy your lurks, and hopefully that finger fixes itself soon. That sucks. Finger injuries are the worst. As somebody who, like, sprained this one at a concert not too long ago. Started with a scholar to try and save the history by making an early library. Started in a frozen wasteland south, and the elves wiped out your civ. I started in the frozen south of the elves that wiped out your civ, like you escaped. Yeah, that's also coming up with like a headcanon narrative is also a really good way of like pushing Dwarf Fortress forward. Doggo broke your finger? Oh no. Was this your doggo that broke the finger? Chat, bad news. Horrifically sad news. Bilbo Crabbins has forgotten its training. Bilbo Crabbins is no longer one with us. In other news, apparently I've got some wild crabs just hanging out in here, so I'm gonna just assign them all to be stabbed to death. Because I'm a bad person. And also, Freehold Boreas, thanks for chucking a sub at Rex. Appreciate you, dude. Bilbo Crabbins, now enemy, no longer friend. Pour one out for Bilbo. Pour like 25 out for Bilbo. Although if we ever lose Lady Krabatha, that'll be an actual day of great mourning. The execution of the grand crabs with the sad music in the background. It's a sad day indeed. Sorry, giant crab. Not so giant now, are you? It's 2 down. Three down. Truly a sad, sad day. How are the elephant seals? Being big. Mostly. They've provided me a lot of soap. Looks like we've got another pup. And the originally Gethorgast, who killed Erish, is still trained. What is this I'm sorry, what is this, a statue of demon rats? What the heck's a demon rat? It's a type of rat, apparently. They're a form of vermin that it lives only to steal food from others. It's a species of above-ground vermin found in evil areas. Never seen these before. Huh. Well. Okay, then. Apparently that's a thing that exists. It was literally like a, what the fuck's that sprite? Apparently it's a demon rat. Like freezer rats, but worse. Sure, probably. Looks like a knockoff Pokemon. Eh. Pokemon's actually just a knockoff everything else, so... Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Wait, actually, hold on. Where did they arrive? I'm going to let them in the bottom down here. I'll follow this dwarf. Well, there's at least 2 so far. 3. Puppy. It's not currently dumping lava on the ocean. Run, you fools! Accurate. It was caught in freakish weather. How disgusting. You shouldn't have come here. This is not a place for you, dwarves. Now get in the trap door and into the fortress. Why are you walking away from the fortress, you doofus? Now turn around and get back into the fortress. Or just go this way, I suppose. To clean something? Oh no, they're running while in conflict. And who's surprised by this? There's that's an evil undead ice wolf's head. Not even a full wolf, it's just its head. See? Kick it. It's like a football. See, that dwarf got it. Did you just kick its ear off? No, okay, never mind. It's nose cartilage. Now, dwarves, can I ask why the heck none of you guys are going underground? Like you're supposed. Oh, I found out why. Oh, that's a little awkward. Right, now you guys can turn the F around, right? Or don't. Okay, what? I mean, this isn't in the same burrow, so. You ain't, like, jumping down from there. So, what? No, the door is not locked underneath. How would they be getting out if the door was locked underneath? I'm just trying to figure out where they're going exactly. Oh, actually, I see. I've got the wrong burrow on. Don't mind me. It's been too long. This is what I get for only recording Let's Play episodes this past week and not actually playing this particular fortress. Can you turn around? Please, dwarf, you're stressing me out. All right, well. All right, well, I don't know. All right, well. 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 All right, Of who designed this place moments? Yep. Why would I put that lever there? Why would I put that lever there? I mean, I already like flooded a third of my fort with lava already, so you know, we're off to a good start. Off to a plenty good start. I'm also like running on, oh boy, 3 hours of sleep, like tops. So that's not helping. Like at all. So today's gonna be probably a shortish stream anyway. But I swear I'll make it up to you. I'll do a longer-ish stream tomorrow. Yeah, today we're just gonna stream for like 8 hours probably. 8 or 9 hours. And then tomorrow will be more normal length stream. Uh-oh, unlocked a dwarf out. Short stream, yeah. I mean, okay, like, in my defense, though, I mean, look at what we've done recently. Look at the length of stream we've done recently. Okay, so 8 hours there, right? 11 hours and 45 minutes, 46 hours. Okay, 30 hours and 16 minutes. Yeah, in comparison to the average, pretty short. We can do better. This is how you live your life? Word. Sweet zombie Jesus. Yep. Nah. Coffee actually gives you diminishing returns at a point and it just starts to make you sick. And I'm, what? The hell happened to you? I hope it wasn't foul play. Bim is spattered with Bim's blood. What do you think? Foul play? You know, I don't know if you do this intentionally, BWS, but thank you, first and foremost. It's impossible for me to separate GM with, like, crypto chads on Twitter. Like, that's the only association with my brain now. Whenever somebody just out of context just says GM as a hello, my brain immediately directly goes to crypto kids. I don't know if you do that intentionally or not, and I'm sorry if you don't, but it's impossible for me to separate the two in my mind. Why? Go join any NFT bro Discord server. Just go look at the way they talk. It's almost cultish. GM. Good morning. Diamond Hands reporting in. Yeah, they do. It's yeah, I don't know. It's impossible for me to separate the two. It's sort of like saying like a Valley girl is it's impossible for her to stop saying like. Am I out of memorials? Yes. Okay, how about we just make rock slab. Let's do 10 rock slabs because I need to get these slabs started. Get them slabbing.
How is it going?
It's going. How is it going? Still alive, still here, still streaming. Back after a somewhat voluntary, somewhat forced hiatus. I returneth. Streaming the video games. How's things, fan yogs? Back after some work? Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, I'm not accusing anybody of being a crypto whatever, and also if you are, that's fine. It's just, it's impossible for me to separate the two in my brain now. And there's a few people that just say GM every time they tune into my chat, and it's like, it's all I associate you with, because of the way you type, whether it's intentional or not. You know, it's to the point where, like, I need to, like, speak to the, like, a doctor again about, like, my sleep issues and get more sleeping pills prescribed because it's gotten bad again recently. We should go back to just using the word DMs. Is the were-child safe? Yes. Is she okay? No. So she's locked in her house. Where is it? Oh, here. Sniper is naked and in her bedroom. She's currently trying to attend a meeting. If the tabletop RPG doesn't have dungeons, anything can be a dungeon if you're kinky enough, or brave enough, rather. Get a little, like, expand your horizons a tad there. Come on. You got this. All you need is a little bit of lace and leather, and everything has a good pair of shoes in it, so frankly, why can't it be a dungeon? Dwarf, what the... Okay, fine. Dildo master, donger master, douche master, da master. I don't know. I mean, my apartment is my own personal dungeon, so. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm calling BWS out, so I feel kind of bad. But it's just, it's something that, like, it every single time I see it. Can it be a fungin with enough leather? I mean, I don't know if I can confirm or anything. I guess that depends on your definition of fun. Anything can be a dildo if you're brave enough. I'm not gonna comment on that one. I guess
Hello.
you could say I'm
Is
not very
everyone
brave
having
then.
a good day?
I guess it's still technically morning right now, so I don't know if I'm having a good day yet. It's currently morning. I'm having a pretty good morning. Yeah, I never have any ibex leather either, because it always just gets sold immediately too. These dwarves are having a pretty rough day. Mostly due to them dying currently. Constantly? Not currently. Constantly. Wow. Okay. I just straight up have, like, no slabs available. Let's go into here, and we're just going to... nuke that job. Nuke that job. Let's let them start making slabs. But thanks for the $1, IR stupid. A reanimated feather from an experiment wipe out your fortress. What was it made out of? That's incredible. Yeah, sometimes that just happens in Dwarf Fort. Especially if you get like a feather made out of like a weirdly cutty material or something. That sucks. That's weird that they couldn't hit it. Wait, was it saying that it was missing them? Hire Stupid, thanks for gifting a sub to Winter Park Girl 2, I think is how you say that name. I'm estimating for some missing letters, but... Cam dead? Yeah, it seems that way. What a place for it to die, too. I mean, Jesus. Hold up. Like me mid-yawn. I mean, rest of screen... I mean, this is fine, right? Pre-recorded stream. I mean... The amount of effort that would take, dude. Hold on. Let me just find some buttons here. Click on this. Deactivate and activate. Yeah. Yeah, neat. Fix yourself, camera. Yeah. Hold up. Let me try this again. I might actually have to do the classic unplug it and plug it back in thing. Currently, I'm just trying to turn it on and off again thing. Hey, there we go. It shut itself off. Thank you, camera. Tajiro, thanks for the 5th month with Prime. Welcome back. And IR Stupid, thanks for the $2. Bastet apparently needs a sub. We're also out of fruit, which is a real shame. Yeah, no, that's certainly a good spot for me to freeze. It's like, of all the things, it's like just me stretching and mid-yawning. Thanks, IR Stupid. Appreciate you, dude. And it's good to see you, too. Hope you've been well. I think it's time for us to eat some walrus. What do you think, chat? Slaughter 2 walruses. Slaughter a bunch more wolves. Slaughter another walrus. And also a giant elephant seal. And we're going to make 500 lavish meals. It's time for us to eat some walrus. I mean, do you never just turn around and just like grab yourself a walrus burger though, PWS? You never do that? No. We don't use a club. We use a silver warhammer. Come on. Yes! By happenstance and luck. Look at us, chat. Finally. Oh, I mean, we have giant penguins, yes, but they're all male except for this one, and they only lay like 2 eggs at a time, which means they take forever to actually train. And I was able to get 2 eggs forbidden, so the dwarves aren't going to go eat them now. Yeah, what Flykick said. I mean, if you have a seal sandwich, I think that all of the ladies who really like listening to Seal's music will be very disappointed that you're eating him. But, you know, at least ask for consent first. All right. We has egg sighting? I mean, I just happened to glance at them at the right time, so yeah. Your fate is sealed. Boy. Don't mind all the crabs. Ice wolf corpse. One of these days, I will just get an ice wolf. I don't think I've ever seen a living ice wolf. I've only ever seen undead ice wolves. Like, to the point where I'm starting to think that it's not possible to have anything else. All right, well, let's go up to here and work on this crab that I've made for myself. So, I need to deconstruct all of this. Because I didn't really think about this at the time. But I do actually need the lava to go all the way up to the edge of this. So we got to do that. And we're almost at the point now where this is like sealing off. So making progress. How can I do this in a way that won't look horrible? You know, we'll dig a ramp up right here. Enjoy your lurks, dude. Seal is a singer-songwriter, I think. But they're also, yeah, what Tropic Communist said. Both are correct. Like a soul music, I think. Popular with my grandma. Mostly. I will be honest, I don't think I could actually like point out a Seal song if I heard it. But I know that they are a singer-songwriter person. I don't know who that is. Should I know who that is? Like, I feel like I should know who that is, because you say that like that's somebody I should know, but I have no idea who that is. Famous model, that would be why I have no idea who that is. Is Jeff and Dean singing Kiss from a Rose in a mall karaoke booth? I feel like I recall that particular scene, but also didn't put two and two together that was a Seal song. Yep. Yeah, turns out there's actually like a lot of music like that, Tropic. Like a lot of music like that. And then from here it goes over to the edge. And as long as there's flooring there, we're good. Turns out building over top of multi-layer things like this is like really visually complicated to look at. I'm also realizing I kind of screwed this up. Kind of screwed this up is also kind of an understatement. Did I hope I used the right block type. Here come the dwarves. To deconstruct and construct. As they see fit. Was in the from Batman Forever movie? No, I don't think I wait. Which Batman Forever? So I feel like there's more than one Batman Forever. That's again another one of those movies where it's like I swear I've seen that movie, but also I probably haven't actually seen the one that you're referring to. This happens kind of frequently. Batman is never ending. Yeah, whenever you think it's ending, they make another The Batman. It's like, great. Okay, the one I haven't seen. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. There was also an animated Batman Forever. Like mostly certain too. The one with DeVito is the only one that matters. I've never been a Batman fan. I would say the one Batman thing that I've seen in my life that I actually genuinely enjoyed, and I don't know if it was any good or if I was just a child at the time, so it was like easy to understand as a kid, was the one where it's cartoony and he's all cyberpunk and has like swords and shit. I'm now like blanking on the name of it. Batman Beyond? That sounds like a thing that existed. I don't know. Is that... Now my brain's just going Bed Bathman Beyond is what my brain is saying, but I think that was what it was called. It was decent. Yeah, that is the like one Batman property that I remember actually enjoying. Not particularly. I mean, like, I understand the appeal of the Adam West Batman stuff, but it's not for me. And I've kind of just accepted that. Like, certainly a time and place thing. I mean, I saw plenty of it on TV when I was younger as reruns, but as a kid, I thought it was just kind of dumb. And as an adult, I think it's kind of dumb. I don't know. I preferred Superman movies back in those days. Like the old Superman movies with the Superman that fell off a horse and broke his back and then couldn't act anymore, whatever his name is.
Crypt Wave.
Accurate. Key Fry. Pandasaurus Rex. Hello. It's good to see you. Thanks for the 4th month. welcome back. But yeah, it depends on when you were born point is like actually fair. It's kind of dumb and that's the point. Oh no, totally. I mean, it's like schlocky comic book like dumbness, but I think the problem is for me it's too dumb. If that's possible. If there's such a thing as something that's too dumb, well, they hit it for me there. Still think Luke Skywalker is best Joker? I mean, I didn't know that Luke Skywalker, or rather, I didn't know that he played the Joker until I was reading about Why did a bunch of cats just go running out of the fort? This seems bad. You should go back into the fort, kitty. Or don't. Those are 2 named cats! Those are both pets of... Well, you're a pet of Bomwreck. Your pet is dead. Probably go back into the fort, kitties. That would be wise. I didn't know that he was the Joker until I was researching Star Citizen and found out that he'd done voice acting stuff in the past because of his role as the Joker. So I didn't know that Mark Hamill was the Joker and until Star Citizen. Joaquin Phoenix? I mean, Mark Hamill's the animated Joker. But you are correct when it comes to live action Joker. Yeah, unless you're just hiring the voice actor to have the voice. Looking at you, Destiny. I've never seen a single second of the regular show. Oh yeah, no, Mark Hamill is a far better actor than Star Wars ever gave him credit for. That or he's just not a very good physical actor, but he's a really good voice actor, and I'm not totally sure which. It's like, I never really found Keanu Reeves to be a particularly good actor, but he's a very good physical actor. That's one of the only redeeming things. I don't know. Star Wars died for me a long time ago, and I'm kind of okay with that. I know a lot of people still have a lot of fondness for Star Wars, but I fell out of love for that whole franchise a while ago now. Disney shows have been good, though? Yeah, but here's the thing. You wreck a movie franchise so horrifically that I don't want to think about it anymore. I ain't gonna suddenly turn around and forgive you because you made a good TV show or two. I cared about the movie franchise. All right? That was the thing that I cared about. You know, it's sort of like I liked a lot of the books. They also threw all of that fiction out and made it non-canon and not matter anymore. A lot of those books were bad, but I still liked those books. They made a Fett show? Huh. The only, like, thing at this point that I think would make me forgive some of what they've done is if they made a legit good Bounty Hunter reboot. Like, make a new Star Wars Bounty Hunter, you cowards. What's gonna even happen to you? Come on. I just want a proper, like, Star Wars third-person shooter Grand Theft Auto game on, like, a small system where you just go around and take jobs and shoot people. Let's go. Star Wars Bounty Hunter was a bad game, but I want someone to take another crack at that. Oh, no, I completely agree. I think that some of the visual design in the prequels is fantastic, but, like, as movies, they're fucking garbage. Wait, that's a thing? Like heck? Really? The more you know, I suppose. You're never into Star Wars, but going through the canon wars with Star Trek and you're settled on the canon being whatever you think it is. See, Star Trek, it's a lot more malleable because every single Star Trek series kind of is almost its own fan fiction of Star Trek. So, it also contradicts itself like pretty consistently throughout. Whereas Star Wars was never that until Disney bought it. Then suddenly it became that. So while in the context of Star Trek, yeah, I would agree with you. It's whatever you care and however you feel it to be. But the fact that Star Wars was never really that and then it suddenly became that kind of makes it into a bit of a different thing. And Star Wars was like my childhood, you know? Like, you know how a minute ago we were talking about Batman? Star Wars was my shit when I was 12. Like, there was probably a point in my life where I could recite episodes 4, 5, and 6 for memory at you, word for word. Admittedly, those are very complicated movies with a lot of very complex dialogue, such as Wilhelm Scream and, you know, use the dorks, Luke, and whatnot. So, you know, very complicated movies for people with massive brains. But, prequels, they're fucking garbage. Star Wars is 4, 5, and 6, and then the books and video games. I didn't like the prequels when I was a little kid either, and I'm not one of those people who, like, grew up with them and liked them when I was growing up. I watched all of those movies like once and was like, man, these movies are bad, but I want the action figures because they look cool. Was kind of where I was at when I was little. Use the dwarves, puke. All right, let's start this flowing. You were in college when the new ones came out? I mean, I was born in 94, so you can figure out where I was. Oh, man. Well, this is not going the way I hoped it would. So I guess we do actually need to fill the top of this in with bricks. For some reason, I thought that this would work because it's got the lava beneath it, but then they all turn into... Yeah, okay. All right, so in order to do this, I do need to fill the top in. It turns out when I plant... Okay, what's your name? Udil Mingothil. Turns out when I plan a whole thing during a 24-hour... series of streams, your plans don't work, so you don't think through them. We need to fill this top bit in, which ain't too bad. Also, apparently this last one over here just straight up has obsidian in it. That's concerning. You know, actually, let's just open this drawbridge. Oh no, we've successfully melted the ocean. The ocean's been melted. Quite some time, in fact. No, I'm trying to do other silly shenanigans at this point. I mean, as a dumb kid, didn't have to play dozens of books. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, those movies are kids' movies, right? Not to say that those Udil lash weakness. It's not to say that like the original series are like some high drama for smart people. They're not. They're action films at best and like comic book melodrama at worst. And like I said, there's some really cool ship designs and cool robots and decent looking aliens in a lot of places of the prequels. But as movies, they're garbage. Like as films, they are pretty bad. But, you know, as mindless entertainment for kids, yeah, they're great. But I'm not going to go singing their praises because as films, they're not very good. Which is why I despise them as well, Delta Muffin. It's like, I watched episode 7 and was like, oh, this is a remake of episode, wait, why does this exist? And then episode 8 was just bad. And then episode 9 was just worse. It's like, man, so like, what if you told a different story? Like, with all of the powers of Disney's writing team, and what did they do? Write George Lucas's kinda not great rebellion story again? With a giant world-ending death laser? Okay. Congrats, you literally did worse than Destiny. That's saying something. They're movies about space wizards. Yeah, do other things with the space wizards. They don't always need a giant fucking laser dick to shoot at a planet. Which is why I pieced out after the second time. Blood Odin. Which is why I pieced out halfway through the prequels. At least the prequels did something kind of different and it didn't have a giant murder laser. But yeah, no, honestly, like for me, it's like at this point, I'm more interested in the Star Wars overhaul mod for Dwarf Fortress because it just adds a bunch of robots and hopefully it gets updated one of these bajillions of years than I am for the, like, you know, other stuff. I mean, not to be weird, but have you seen Solo: A Star Wars Story? not trying to spoil that movie or anything, but like, have you seen that? Because that has some eldritch horror in it. No, actually, I could just pause both of these. You know, unpopular opinion, do not like Spaceballs. Don't think it's even remotely funny. No, that's not even a joke. That's genuinely true. I think that movie is atrocious. Like, actually, it's one of the most unfunny things I've ever seen. Or funnier at the time? Blazing Saddles is hysterical. So it's not his movies that are the problem. Man, I'm bummed out about this. Alright, well, gotta drain this. Which is why I respect Blazing Saddles. Honestly. Also, it has a musical adaptation. Although I don't think they ever made a musical adaptation of Spaceballs. That I would be kind of interested in. But a lot of his movies actually have musical adaptations. This is going to be a weird multicolored mess. But I don't really have a choice. I don't know who that is. Doppler. I'm also not blonde. I'm definitely just going gray. Jokes aside, though, I do need to get my eyes checked, so maybe I am blonde. I was born blonde, though. Yay, we're finally getting some of these ghosts dealt with. History of the World Part 2 actually being a 4-part Hulu special. You know, I don't even have access to Hulu being in Canada. Every now and again, things show up on this mythical thing called Hulu. I'm like, I'm sorry, we don't have that here. We just have Crave, which is a terrible name for an anything. Oops, I just resized my window ever so slightly. Where are my dwarfs at? Here they come. It's also a serial here. Yeah, Crave. We have Crave TV. But then again, I'm pretty sure we also don't have Peacock up here, so. Hey, Crave. It's Crave TV. They got like, I don't know, like HBO and Stars and shit. Like that's how you would watch The Last of Us here. You crave entertainment, do you now? It is up there with one of the, well, it's not the worst named streaming service. Fortunately, there's never been anything on Crave that I actually give enough of a shit about to watch. So there is that. What region are you in, Neff? Because Netflix used to be really good here, and now Netflix kind of just is expensive. There were other choices? Oh, probably. It's probably also focus tested to all hell. Most people are a fan of the Swedish Public Library, even if they pretend to not be. You were a teen for yeah, and Doctor Who, yeah. They still have Star Trek, so I still forgive them for that. Oh, Ireland, right? Yes, I seem to recall talking about this now. Yeah, no, I don't think Netflix has been good here for quite some time, really. I think I'm gonna melt all of these iron bolts. I think we're gonna do that. Also, I'm very worried I'm going to start screwing up this fort pretty soon due to just simply making crappy mistakes. And I'm kind of thinking about maybe swapping over to a little bit of Songs of Six so I can just, like, screw up a new settlement in that game. We're used to that here, Diamond. Don't worry about it. Honestly, at this point, the only reason I keep Netflix is because my parents watch it more than I do, and I would feel kind of bad if I unsubbed. Because then my mom would be sad because she wouldn't be able to watch her rom-coms that she watches on there. And yeah, I don't know. I like my mom. And I want her to be able to watch her rom-coms. And my dad's not gonna, you know, like, fork over the money for Netflix, so. And neither would my mom probably, but she would be sad if she couldn't watch them, so. Definitely eggshells. What be Songs of Six? Songs of Six is a... I mean, it's probably best to just show you. So chat room, I think now is a good opportunity for you guys to say bye, YouTube. I realize we didn't make much progress today, but what we're going to have to do tomorrow is we're going to have to floor this all off so that the lava can flow in here so that we can keep this area frozen. And maybe seal this off here and then cut down this so that the... Well, no, not seal it off, but cut this off so that the lava just flows straight across and keeps everything thawed, because I've kind of screwed this up again, and I need it to be thawed down here. Otherwise, this just isn't going to work. So that's the plan for tomorrow for this. But Songs of Six, shifting gears, is a game that I've been meaning to go back to for a while, and is actually pretty chill in comparison to Dwarf Fort. It's just an